Welcome to 1314om.com Terahertz Water Introduction Part 1. Water is the source of life, and it is essential to our health. As we all know, the human body is naturally made up of 70% water, making it the most present element in our body. Life is made up of three major elements, known as food, air, and water. Human would not survive without any of the elements present. Water being the next major source of life next to air, as humans are not able to survive over a week without water. It is important to be exposed to good water, as each of the human organ is made up of high levels of water. The percentage of water present in our body is an average of 70%, with the percentage of water going up to 78% in infants. Therefore, it is crucial to know that the quality of water human consume directly affects human health. Consuming bad water will lead to many different degrees of health ailments in the short and long term. Water is the foundation of life. It is important to stay hydrated at all times. Being dehydrated at different levels will expose you to different degrees of health risks. Being dehydrated at a level of 2% would already show symptoms of thirst, 5% leads to being easily frustrated, 10% will lead to falling sick easily, and 20% will place your life at risk for organ failures. We know the importance of water to the human body, such that we can conclude that water is life. Water aids the human body in many ways, and water have to be replaced constantly, as approximately 4% to 6% of water in the adult body is being renewed daily, while the water renewal can reach up to 15% for children. So, what are the major functions of water? Water helps to regulate body temperature, regulate metabolism, regulate nutrition delivery to our cells, regulate digestion and absorption, regulate blood circulation, lubricate joints. Last but not all, it shows that the water you drink every day is the cause of all diseases, therefore it is very important to drink the right water. What kind of problems will you encounter when your body is lacking water? As water is used as a carrier for transporting nutrients and for detoxing your body of toxins, if there is a lack of water, the toxins will remain in the blood and adhere to the inner walls of blood vessels, impeding blood circulation and cause blood viscosity to increase. Thereafter, your body will encounter problems such as high blood pressure, high sugar level, hyperlipidemia, and other degrees of sicknesses in the long run. As we all know, tap water is generally safe to drink in many modern cities. However, what is in our tap water? There are many chemical compounds present such as chlorine, fluoride, arsenic, chloroform, pesticides, nitrites, fecal matter, microplastics, and metals such as lead, aluminum, mercury, and many others. Is it really that safe to drink tap water? Let us understand what is the 7 international standards of quality water. Firstly, there should be no impurities, bacteria, viruses, and heavy metals present in the water. Secondly, low frequency of 50 Hz, which different types of water have different frequency. Third, the amount of dissolved oxygen present in the water should be at 7 mg and above. Fourth, it should contain essential minerals, which is beneficial to the human body. Fifth, would be the softness of water, which is directly linked to lower frequency water. Sixth, would be the pH level of the water, which should be at alkaline pH. Last but not least, the 7th standard would be whether the water is fit for human consumption in terms of penetration, solubility, metabolism, and diffusion levels. Several major researches have brought a conclusion on the standards of quality water that we should all be drinking, and it stemmed from 2 Nobel Prize scientists, ITERACARE and Roderick MacKinnon, who discovered how cells drink water. It is important to note what this amazing gentleman said. You are not sick, you are thirsty. Don't treat thirst with medication. He is none other than Dr. Faridun, who discovered the healing powers of good quality water when he was serving as a political prisoner. During that time, he successfully treated 3,000 prisoners suffering from stress-induced peptic ulcers just using one ingredient, and that is water. This is when he understood for the first time in medical history that a shortage of water causes a pain reaction in the body, which he used this discovery to help over 100,000 of people in that time suffering from dehydration-produced health problems regain their health. With that in mind, we have come to the end of Terahertz Water Introduction Part 1. Stay tuned for Part 2 of the Terahertz Water Introduction, where we will share with you about what the terahertz wave is all about. Thank you. Welcome to Part 2 of 1314om.com Terahertz Water Introduction. In this video, we will be sharing with you what is terahertz wave all about. You will also come to understand the origin and the functions of the terahertz wave. Terahertz technology have been thriving and widely researched globally. In 2004, the United States government named the terahertz technology as the top 10 technologies that will change the world. In 2005, the China government ranked the terahertz technology as the first of the 10 key strategic goals of the national pillar, and thus gave wide support to conduct in-depth research and development into the terahertz technology. In fact, terahertz technology have already been widely used in our daily lives and in various industries such as medical, aviation and other social environment fields. Information on terahertz technology and its uses can also be widely found online on major research sites, news portals and many more reporting about the many benefits of using the terahertz technology. Terahertz is one of the wave frequency units, which is also an invisible special electromagnetic wave, much like radio waves, infrared waves and X-rays that we are familiar with. Terahertz wave exists in nature, and it is one of the few frequency waves that does not produce an ionization effect on matter. The frequency wave ranges between 0.03 mm to 3 mm, which is between infrared waves and microwaves. In addition to its special penetrative and fingerprint spectrum characteristics, terahertz wave is also widely used in security inspections, food, biomedicine and more recently to process good quality and healthy water. What is considered good quality and healthy water? It is water that allows body cells to absorb quickly, accelerate metabolism and increase cell vitality. In the 1980s, scientists discovered that terahertz wave was in fact consistent with the frequency of human cells. The terahertz wave frequency easily resonates with the human body cells, therefore allowing numerous benefits to manifest. Thus, the scientists named the terahertz wave, the wave of life. With the advancement of technology, water, the source of life, is constantly being upgraded, with terahertz wave technology being the revolution of all water technologies. The first generation water being the natural river and well water, which may contain many forms of bacteria and pollutants. The second generation is disinfected tap water, which can be consumed straight away in most modern cities, however have presence of many chemical compounds and heavy metals. The third generation is mineral bottled water, which solves the issue of various water pollutants, however it is where most microplastics can be found. And we have the fourth generation, purified water using water purifying devices. It however also have a slight setback, which cleans out good minerals from the water, and is expensive to install and maintain. Thus, we have the latest fifth generation of drinking water, the new terahertz functional water. Using an all-new terahertz patent technology, we are now able to create both good quality and healthy water for human consumption. As such, we have come to the end of part 2 of the terahertz water introduction, where we covered on the terahertz wave and the uses. Stay tuned to part 3 of the terahertz water introduction to find out more on the functions and benefits of consuming terahertz water treated by the terahertz technology. Thank you. Welcome to part 3 of 13140M.com New Terahertz Functional Water Introduction. In this segment, you will come to understand the 3 main functional benefits of the new terahertz water, also known as 1 line, 2 low, 3 anti. Why is the new terahertz functional water considered as the latest 5th generation drinking water? Drinking water have been improving over the years, but these waters are still only known as healthy water, whereas water that is treated by the new terahertz functional water device is known as functional water. The key difference between healthy water and functional water is that functional water can help improve and solve our physical health problems. The first function is 1 line. Our daily drinking water is unstructured and forms into clusters. There is an average of 15 to 20 molecules of water in each cluster. However, after treating the water with the new terahertz functional water device, the water molecules will be arranged in a linear structure. So what is the difference between a water cluster structure and a linear structure? It has earlier been concluded by major researches and studies that cells only drink the right water. With the new terahertz technology that uses Schumann resonance generator to process the water cluster's structure into a linear arrangement structure, it provides the cells in our body with better water supply and increased water absorption and detox rate. Imagine that you have 15 people standing together in a circle and trying to get into a room through a door. It would be very difficult to get through together. Just like how normal water molecules clusters trying to get into your cell through a small gap. Majority of water filters and devices today are able to reduce water molecule clusters from an average 18 molecules clusters to 7 molecules clusters. Although it is better, it is still difficult for it to go through. However, with the new terahertz functional water device and its technology, it can process the water molecule clusters to be arranged into a linear arrangement structure, making it easier for our cells to absorb the water, transport nutrients efficiently and detox our cells, allowing our cells to be clean and healthy at all times. The second function of the terahertz functional water device would be the two lows. The first low we would be sharing with you is low resonance frequency. So what frequency is good for the human body? Scientists have administered research into this subject and have found out that the lower the frequency, the better it is for our body and health. Major researches have suggested that 7.6 Hz is the best frequency the human body can experience, as it is the closest frequency similar to the human alpha brain waves during the resting and meditation stage, which is also the closest wave frequency to Earth. Let us take a look at the different frequencies from different water sources. Rainwater being the highest at 119 Hz, and the healthier water that humans should consume is seen below, and lower frequencies with terahertz water being the lowest at 7.6 Hz, similar to when the human brain is in the state of rest and relaxation. An example of the benefits of drinking the right water, there is a village in China known as the Longevity Village. The average age of the elderly range between 95 to 105 years old, and the secret was found to be the water. A village close to nature with no modern disruption and pollution, led to the natural water frequency to be of 80 Hz, resulting in the long life of the villagers residing in Longevity Village. Imagine the water in Longevity Village providing such health benefits to the villagers. What other forms of benefits would we gain from consuming terahertz functional water at 7.6 Hz? The second low we will be sharing is low viscosity. Viscosity refers to the rate of flow of the liquid. The lower the rate of flow of the liquid, the higher the viscosity. Vice versa, the higher the rate of flow of the liquid, the lower the viscosity of the liquid. An example of high viscosity liquids would be liquids such as oil and honey. The terahertz Schumann resonance process have the ability to lower the viscosity of liquids by at least 600 times of the original viscosity, which will result in an increase in dilution power. An increase in dilution power of the liquid such as terahertz functional water would benefit the human body in many ways. As it can quickly dilute excess blood lipids, blood sugar, and metabolize them out of our body quickly, thus reducing the blood viscosity in just a matter of 20 minutes. New terahertz functional water is 622 times lower in viscosity as compared to regular drinking water. The texture of water is much softer and goes through a smoother transition to our cells by at least 3 times, thus significantly improving the blood circulatory system. Other benefits that consumers of terahertz functional water will experience includes improved microcirculation of blood and promote health of cells, enhancement in the metabolic function of the body and restoration of the viscera function. Strong lipophilicity to break down triglycerides and other neutral fats, reduction of blood lipids and prevention of arteriosclerosis. Balance in the maintenance of the nervous system and immune system, and many more. In essence, with just a short process of 180 seconds, changing the water molecule clusters into linear structures can benefit the human body greatly. The terahertz functional water will improve blood viscosity within 20 minutes, which will also help to dissolve body waste easily, eliminate body toxins, and clean the cells, allowing our cells to remain healthy and strong at all times. Hydrated, strong and healthy cells alongside lower blood viscosity will help to maintain and further improve the functions of the heart and greatly reduce the risk of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases, which are caused by long-term fat accumulation and acidic constitution. Next, we move on to the third functional benefit of the new terahertz functional water, also known as the 3 anti. The first anti is antibacterial. Terahertz functional water can effectively remove common bacteria such as Escherichia coli and Trichophyton rubrum in the water and body. These bacteria are the main culprit to human experiencing diarrhea and fungal infections such as athlete's foot, eczema, and other degrees of conditions. In numerous research and testing with terahertz functional water, it is found that terahertz Schumann resonance process to the water effectively reduces over 90% of bacteria in just under 3 minutes, thus greatly reducing the rate of human experiencing sickness and infections caused by the bacteria E. coli and Trichophyton rubrum. The second anti we will be sharing about is antioxidant. Human aging is due to free radicals, which brings about gradual oxidation process of the body. Therefore humans need to find ways increase their capacity of antioxidants. Terahertz functional water can increase the human body antioxidant capacity by 4 times. In other words, delay the speed of aging. Various tests has shown that the total antioxidant percentage increased to over 75%, which is over 4 times the initial antioxidant capacity of the human body after consuming terahertz functional water over a period of time. This significant increase helps to greatly reduce damage caused by free radicals such as stress, poor nutrition, infections and illnesses, allergies, food intolerance and many more. Last but not least, the third anti is anti-radiation. This is also another important point as to why we should consume terahertz function water. In the modern cities that we live in, we are constantly exposed to high levels of radiation as we live among many electrical appliances, equipment such as high-voltage power lines, automobiles, mobile phones which emit harmful radiation all the time. And we feel the effects such as stress, depression, irritability and fatigue every day. Through numerous researches of consuming terahertz functional water, it has been found that it can increase our body radiation resistance by over 2 times. This is important as radiation will cause symptoms such as increased fatigue, hair loss, bleeding gums, cell mutation and other degrees of radiation sicknesses. We thank you for tuning into part 3 of 1314 New Terahertz Functional Water Introduction, 1 line 2 lows 3 anti. We believe that you have come to understand what the functions and benefits of the new terahertz functional water device, and what we can stand to gain from consuming the new terahertz functional water on a daily basis. Thank you.